So we have our first real explanation question. So the key command word here is explain, and we're asked to explain why reflow soldering or flow soldering is used to make products in large quantities rather than manual soldering. And before we move on, we just clarify that we're looking for 2 reasons, and yet we're expected to provide 6 marks. So each reason needs to have 3 separate components to it, and that's what you'll see in the next answer. So first of all, to clarify that manual soldering, which is what we normally do at school with our little soldering irons, components are placed through holes. But in reflow soldering, the surface mount technology or SMT components are placed on the printed circuit board or the PCB. So each one of those sentences gets 2 marks, and then the third mark, the reason why, it means that robotic pick and place machines can place those SMT components quickly and efficiently for large quantity production. So that's the first reason, with 3 separate sections to it. Clarification of what the manual soldering looks like, what the reflow soldering looks like, and then why it's more suitable for large quantity production. So we now need to move on to the second reason. And this relates to the heating process. So in manual soldering, what we normally do at school, each component, in fact each leg of each component, is heated individually by a soldering iron. Whereas in reflow soldering, the whole printed circuit board, the whole assembly, is heated in one go through an oven normally. Imagine a conveyor belt running slowly through an oven. So 2 marks for those clarification of what it means for manual versus reflow soldering. And now we need to give the reason why, because this is much quicker and better suited to large scale production. And that's where we get the last mark. So each one of the reasons needs 3 sections to it. Clarification of what reflow soldering looks like, clarification of what manual soldering looks like, and then a reason why it's suitable for large quantity production. And the 2 real reasons relate to the placement of the components and the heating of the components.